All right, we back at it. Episode 2 of Dad Can We Talk? So today, I'm with my two brothers, my man Jasper Norwood, and my brother Tavaris, Randall. These are two dads that I respect, two dads that I've been doing life with for a couple of years now, man. Jap, you got what? Six? You got 6. You at 4. And I'm at 3, so yeah, y'all boys killing me in the game.
You know,
y'all boys
he killing. I ain't killing. I only got you one up.
Well, y'all boys killing me in the game, boy. For real. Like, I feel like, I ain't on y'all boys level. Y'all boys on, like, especially Jap, bro. You on like if it was like a boss level, Jap like the boss, bro. Like,
y'all want to treat like a Dr. Robot.
Hey, because if it's a boss level, bro, like 6 kids, bro. Yeah, you real. You real deal, bro.
It's crazy, man. But like I say, bro, I think I fell in the genetic line of trying to follow in my daddy's footsteps, bro. Looking for fatherly approval, bro. And it wasn't. That just happened. It shouldn't have been the approval I was looking for. But at that time, being young, bro, you like, man, hey, when everybody always say, boy, your daddy this and your daddy that, but you just like your daddy. When you hear that just like your daddy stuff, you feel like that's what it is. That's what I'm supposed to be. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I just fell in line with it. My dad had kids early, had me. He had my older sister when he was 17, had me at 18. He's still in high school, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I had my first child a year after high school. And I was 19. I was probably 19 going on 20, I believe, if I'm mistaken. Mm-hmm. But and then I had my second son a year after him, after my first oldest, and thank God, I probably should have been some more out there on the table, bro. But I do got a little bit more out there.
No, don't do that. We ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that.
Old quack, man.
I ain't claiming that. No, man. But yeah, it's just pretty much, man. Like I said, I thank God for all my kids, and the way things went. A lot of people look at it as older folks and stuff like that that say, man, that's you shouldn't have had kids so early, this and that, and it pretty much almost like it stunned. It's like it's supposed to, I guess, stun my life, the way my life grew or whatever. Things of that nature. But
and get them out the way.
Like I say, I thank God I had my kids. All the way. People say that period, even when it comes to marriage. I remember people was like, and as I've been married, I kind of understand some of the stuff. Like people would always say, oh well, you got married young, you should have lived your life. Yeah, and it's like, me and my wife talked about this last year. We had a conversation about this, and we were saying how, we feel like we could have waited a little longer. Like, we feel like we could have grown with each other even more, like got to know each other more. But it's like, you can always say stuff like that. You can always say, oh, I could have did this, but it's like you never would know what would have happened within certain times. And it's like, it is what it is. Like, if I had to tell my children, one thing I would tell my own children is, get to know a person, like really, really, really get to know a person. And you don't have to live with the person to get to know them. Because that's like a big thing that's going on nowadays. Yeah. Everybody say, well, how I'm supposed to know them if I don't live with them? Right. I feel like you can definitely get to know people without living with them. You got to put in time. You got to, and you got to ask the right questions. Yeah. I feel like you got to ask the right questions, and you got to really, really take that time to really get to know a person. Because I feel like, okay, y'all knew my wife, but there was a lot of things we ain't talk about, but I feel like we didn't know a lot of things about relationships because both of us come from broken homes. Right. Yeah. So, exactly. And that was the biggest part, I think, in everything. I ain't know nothing about courting a woman. Yeah. She ain't know anything about being, she didn't grow up with her dad. I didn't grow up with my dad. We both come from broken relationships. So
it's like a puzzle, bro. It's basically life become a puzzle to kids who grew up in broken homes, right? Like my mom and my dad was never together. I'm the only child between them two. Like I said, my dad was in high school. I guess you could say my mom robbed the cradle. You know that little saying they use. My mom, I think mama was like 20, 25, 26. She was older than he was way older than my dad. Oh, yeah. He was still in high, yeah. He was just getting out of high school, bro.
Oh,
yeah, man. Bro, you know that
a little nasty.
Cause what? Cause how my man now?
But that's so stupid.
I'm like 50, 56.
Okay, so my dad, he 50. I think he 50, he's 51. So she was some years. She was some years.
That's a little slide. I'ma see about it.
But anyway.
Oh God, I'ma see about your daddy.
But basically, like I was saying, though, like I said, you grow up. Like I said, you weren't really able. Like, okay, my brother and my mama, when he was, my stepdad, they were together. They were married or whatever. So I was able to see somewhat of a foundation, but then they ended up getting divorced. So that pretty much left my mama alone with 5 of us.
Yeah.
So then now, like I say, we end up playing puzzle, trying to piece together what a relationship looked like or what a marriage looked like. So you taking something from what you probably see when you go to a homeboy house or a cousin house or whoever, somebody whose family still together or whatever. And then I'm saying you just taking pieces from
movies.
different movie, TVs, different parts of life of what you experience or what you see, and you try to put that together and say this is what it's supposed to be or this is how it should be or whatever. And like I said, you don't pay attention to the way your wife was raised or not taking into consideration how you were raised would affect the relationship. And now, like I say, y'all both together just trying to make it. Trying to make it. And it's just everywhere, bro. It's just everywhere.
I believe at the beginning, like you were saying, that you can take some time to learn each other, but it's like the person that you learn, like you still, like no one is going to be exempt for what you have to go through.
All right, straight up.
So it's like you can know this person real good, but it's like years down the line, like things gonna start change, like your expectations change because like what me and my wife been going through is just like even within these 2 months coming into the beginning of this year, boy, it's just been like off and on stuff, like everything, boom, like triggering, and it's like you have to be able to you got to understand that some things, if you ain't communicating it, you ain't gonna understand it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like what we was doing, we was having expectations, and I had to understand that expectations is like your first mistake. It's your first mistake. And so it's like she had expectations, I had expectations, and then if you have more expectation than you have communication, then it's gonna be like a disaster. So it was like
that's real.
And that's the crazy part. You have to ask yourself, where do expectations come from? Like, why is your expectations what you feel like, it should be? Or if it ain't those, then it's wrong or whatever.
Yeah, you like trying to create a you in her. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just...
That's real.
Yeah, like you try to create yourself like how I want you to be, but it's like at the end of the day, it's like versa. Yeah, it's like both on both ends.
Instead of like I learned something from I heard an older couple. They said like you would never fully know your partner because circumstances, life changes people every day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it's basically y'all learning each other every time something from death to life, any life changing type situations or whatever, like that stuff changes people. Mm-hmm. So it's basically y'all just have to steady be to where y'all keeping the love unconditional to where you like, you know what, I can't get mad or whatever because this never happened with us while we were together. So I can't expect her to stay the same, or she can't expect me to stay the same. It's you know what I'm saying? Every circumstance causes for a different reaction, you know what I'm saying? So it's basically like y'all just staying humble between one another, saying, you know what? I'm gonna be patient, and you know what I'm saying, we're gonna figure this out as we go along. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna, like I said, hold those expectations of what I felt like this still need to be or whatever. Right. And then now that's just crazy at that point, right?
Within the last week, something like this this whole mindset of relationships started dawning on me. Like, we never want we don't want to be hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like you don't want your spouse, you want them to be loyal to you. You want, them to understand you. You want them to do everything they got to do to protect your heart, right? Mm-hmm. But the truth of the matter is, being in marriage, being in a relationship, I look at it in the same relationship that I have with Christ. It's like, if I can't, in my relationship with Christ, if it's hard for me not to hurt Christ, or if it's hard for anybody, like our own struggles in our personal relationship with Christ, as perfect as he is, he get hurt all the time. Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So if my wife struggle in her relationship with Christ, what makes me so perfect? Right. Like, if it's hard for her to be loyal to him, like, he got rules that he lay out too. He got do's and don'ts that he lay out too. So it's like, if something happened and I feel like, dang, that's not loyal. Mm-hmm. Like, you just hurt me. How could you do that? And then what we do at times like that is we just, it's easy to throw in the towel. Like, if my wife was to go out, right, and I catch her with some dude or something like that or whatever, it'll break me down to it'll that's breaking. Like, a man think about that. I don't care if you look and see a wink emoji to the wrong dude. Like, that's something that's gonna, boy, your mind gonna go crazy. But it's like, I had to realize that she go through temptation, I go through temptation, mm-hmm. and it's not the fact that she don't love me and she don't care about me. It's the natural things that go on within our fleshly bodies, that we mm-hmm. crave something that's ungodly, that will cause us to be unloyal, mm-hmm. right, or disloyal, and we make mistakes. Whatever the case is, we make mistakes that can show our spouse that come off like they don't care. Mm-hmm. And it's like, in the same way, like, it's just say, love your spouse like Christ loved the church. And I remember you talking about that. It was like, but we do some of the most hurtful things unto the Lord. Mm-hmm. And our personal relationship with him is just like, it's constant falling. Like, cause he tell us to repent every day. Mm-hmm. Why repent every day? Like, why we must confess and repent daily? Cause mm-hmm. we mess up daily. Mm-hmm. So it's like, in the same way, it's like, you got to have, you don't want the expectation to be hurt like that, but you got to understand that. But this is I'm married to a person that's not perfect at all. Mm-hmm.
What's crazy, what I just basically got out of that, bro, it's almost like, you know what I'm saying, how they say, bring all your problems, everything. Like, however you are, bring it to the Lord, like, bring it to God. And I feel like we do that with our relationship too. We bring so much outside stuff into our relationships, our marriages, bro. Yeah. And we try to make it work. We try to make all that stuff work within it, bro. Yeah. When it ain't supposed to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, prime example for myself, but the lust, the pornography, just always been into women. Yeah. I start to look at other women, or I see other things, and I'm looking like, man, like, bro, I want you to be like some of that right there too. Like, you know what I'm saying? When in all reality, if I were to have one of those women, bro, I would probably be miserable, bro. I'd probably thinking what she doing, all that crazy stuff, bro. Like, really, like, you know what I'm saying? But we don't, like I said, when you caught up into all that mess, bro, it's hard to realize that that's what you're doing. And I've been learning, like, bro, I've been asking God just to help me, like, just to see my ways, bro. Even though my wife don't change, whatever it is about her, at least I want to start to be able to see myself and know what my faults are.
That's real.
And I know that like I say, with the expectation, like seeing all this stuff or hearing women, you know what I'm saying, speaking of women that are flirting with other women as well. They say, "Oh, I do this for you. I do this for you." Man, that stuff will play in your head, and you, like I said, you'll take that stuff home, bro. You thinking like, looking at your wife like, man, why you ain't doing this? Or why you can't do this? Yeah. And you ain't looking at the whole circumstances of what's really going on in your household, bro. Like, it's a lot going on between kids, work, and all that stuff play a major role. Yeah. On top of you trying to bring in these circus acts, bro, and all this crazy stuff that you got going on in your head. That's real. And want that to be a part of that. And then,
in reality, like that'll keep circling. Like if you was to, like if you gave in to a woman that was offering you that, right? Right. And that caused separation in your marriage, and you, let's say you got with the woman that you messed around with. Mm-hmm. That's like, then you're gonna have the children and the whole thing that you're going through with your wife, you're gonna go through with her. And then next thing you know, she's not gonna always be like that. She's gonna have her run-ins, and then next thing you know, you're gonna look for some more outside pleasure, and then like it'll be the same cycle going over and over. It's like it's gonna be some woman that you have to learn how to, fight for and go through. Like you just gonna fight for, fight with.
It's the devil tactics, bro. Yeah. Like you say, you already don't want strong families. You don't want to see a family together, period. Yeah. So he used a lot of different distractions to try to snatch you away from where you at, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And most of the time, like I said, you play in your own head thinking, man, bro, it might just be better if I'm single, bro. I can do what I want then, or I can really find what I want. Yeah, you ain't gonna find. You never gonna it's never gonna be like that, cause nothing on this earth is gonna ever fulfill you. Yeah. Point blank, period. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the reality of it. Mm-hmm. And that's where people don't, like, when people look at us like, oh, well, y'all just got married early. Yeah, and it's like, it ain't, bro, I don't care if you got married when you're 35,
I'm stupid, so that don't even matter.
My mindset used to be, I ain't gonna get married till I'm like 38, because by the time I'm 38, I'm gonna be tired of doing all this stuff. But really, when you look at all the old school cats, still out there, man, bro, when you think about it, bro, when you feel, it's like, I look at it like most men have that thought to where it's like, well, I'm not gonna get married because I'm not ready yet. I'm gonna wait until I'm ready. I gotta get all this stuff out of my system. Now, a part of that I understand, but then it's like in my understanding of it, it's like I still have to come back to, bro, you will never be like as long, especially in that time, as you, it's like you feeding the appetite. If all my life, bro, I spend 32 years eating pizza. I'm eating pepperoni pizza almost like every week of my life. Mm-hmm. And then one week I say, well, you know what? I'm tired of it now. I'm going to just go ahead and stop eating pizza. Man, bro, as soon as you're in your mind, you tell yourself, I'm going to stop doing it. Now your body is going to fight back, because people don't realize that your body ain't going to fight for it if you continuing to give it to it, give in to it. Mm-hmm. It's only going to fight when you say, I don't, the fight only comes when you say, I don't want it anymore. Yeah. So now when you start saying, man, I don't want to be messing with all these different women no more and doing this and doing that. Now when you start saying that, now your flesh is going to say, your body going to start yearning for it. Like, nah, boy, it done been a whole week now, boy, and you got to go beat something down because I need you. I need that.
Everything gonna be looking bad.
Everything gonna start looking like a snack. Yeah. Everything looking good to you. Like, boy, I wanna dip mine in that one and that one and that one too. Yeah. So it's like you would never, bro. Like I can't even see. Like when people just say, well, I'm gonna get tired of it. The only way you'll get tired of it is if you starve that thing. So it's like now you have to starve it in order to kill it. Like. The only way you get rid of that appetite is stop feeding into the appetite. So it's like, for me, I ain't ate pork, bro, in almost 2 years. And I stopped eating. At first, it was kind of hard, but it's like now I don't do it. Now it ain't nothing because it's not something that I do anymore. So now for me, it's like, oh nah, just give me the cheese pizza. Like I want that, like, and I crave for the cheese now. Yeah. Like I don't want I don't necessarily need the pork anymore, or like or when it comes to dairy milk, I don't like dairy milk anymore because it messed my body up. Like it messed me up. So, and at first it was kind of hard because I wasn't used to drinking the soy milk or the whatever the other milk. I be drinking all type of milks now. I don't care what it say. Anything. If they say as long as it ain't got no dairy in it, and I kill it now. But at first it was kind of like, man, that junk kill, boy. I'd rather have my stomach about to blow off, boy. Yeah. Because I want that other thing that I've been drinking all my life. Right. But now since I stopped doing it, so it's like, that's what I be trying to get guys to understand. I understand you saying, you might not be ready. You might not be ready, but not for the reasons that you think of. Yeah. Like everybody just think it's about the sex. Man, the sex, bro, you gotta get ready to deal with some other stuff other than the sex. That stuff that's the part that get old. Boy, you ain't, the part of marriage that's hard is the dealing with the same person daily, day by day, and, getting the understanding with that person and compromising with that person every day, being selfless instead of being selfish, That's the hard part of marriage, that because people be like, well, shoot, I'm done, hoeing now. I'm good. But it's like, okay, be done with the hoeing. Go get married now and see if it's just gonna be some smooth sailing. No,
because I think that's where I messed up at. I felt like, okay, like I said, boy, if there was a hoe in the award, hey. Listen, my name on the trophy, but it like for real. But I felt like a lot of the issues that I felt like I could have dealt with prior to marriage, I didn't, because, like you say, I up and said, "Oh, okay, I'm done home. I want to settle in." Now, all them issues been there, so now I done blindly went into them, and you know what I'm saying, and went into marriage thinking, oh, marriage gonna make everything smooth. She gonna, my lady gonna feel secure, not this and that. Nah, it wasn't none of that. I didn't get a chance to see how she was. I didn't really get a chance to see what our chemistry was, because I was always running in and out the house. You know what I'm saying? I never really stayed in the house or whatever long enough to learn who I was with, or what I'm saying, to start to know who I was with, what our issues were, you know what I'm saying, what do we need to work on and stuff like that. And like I said, I just blindly went into it because I felt like, oh, I'm ready now, and that's definitely not how that worked. So you know what I'm saying, and that was a major mistake, and that's why I tell guys, and I'm like, when they be like, oh, but I ain't ready to get married, I'm like, bro, you ain't gonna never be ready. Like, you're never gonna be ready, but at the same time, if you know you got somebody that you can see yourself with for the rest of your life, I say whatever it is that you got going on that's hindering you, cause you keep saying I say, bro, you got to start to let that stuff go and start to focus on the person that you're trying to be with. Because if you don't focus on that, like I say, man, y'all gonna walk past and shuffle around so much stuff that need to be dealt with and put away. And it's gonna hit y'all in the face when y'all least expect it. Just right when y'all think everything's smooth and going good. After that honeymoon phase, man, life gonna get real. It's real. That marriage gonna get real. Boy, you gonna start to see everything. Like, man, where this come from? I ain't even know you was. I ain't know you were dirty. Like I ain't know you ain't like to clean. I ain't know you like to. Yeah. All that, but and most of that stuff been there. That's real. And it's vice versa. Not even just like on her part of, you know what I'm saying. Even on my part, she could say the same thing. Like, you know what I'm saying. I ain't know you ain't do this or whatever the case may be. You start to see that stuff, and that stuff be large. It's big. It ain't little stuff no more. It's big now, cause now it's just you and her for the rest. As long as y'all, you know what I'm saying, the divorce don't come into play. But other than that, it's gonna be you, her, and whatever them issues was. And now y'all got to deal with them.
You put kids into it. Now when you put them kids into it, but that's a whole different thing, because it's like, okay, like, I like to say I have my marriage, and then I'm focusing on being a husband, and I'm focusing on being a father. Two separate things, because they're two separate relationships. Like, my relationship with my wife is my relationship with my wife. Right. My relationship with my children is my relationship with my children. And I think some people don't know how to Like they kind of try to put the two together. So it's like, well, I'm spending time with my children all the time. My wife should be happy. Like, well, no, because your time with your children is your time with your children. And y'all might do that together at times, but I feel like I should have times with all of my children individually because I can't group them all into one either.
Right.
I got to have a relationship with all three of my children individually because they're all individually three different people.
Right. Yeah.
And then I also have to have a relationship with my wife. And that's the thing that's like the crazy challenge in it all. It's like I'm trying to juggle 4 relationships. In my case, I'm juggling 4 different relationships in my house.
Especially when you got girls, bro.
And I got 2 girls, man.
Girls and
you
wife,
got 3 of them.
They compete for that competition, bro. They all compete for that attention, bro.
It's real, bro.
It's real.
It's real.
Yeah. I'm talking about, my wife actually argued, bro. She argued with my daughters, bro. Anytime they see her trying to like lay next to me or something, they try to come right in between and get in between. So she'll sit there. Why y'all always gotta try to come in between me and your dad when you see me trying to get my time? I'm like, I just be like, bro. I'm like, okay, one over here, one lay right here. I'm trying to hold everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, shoot, that's how. And then like with Riley, she's becoming so observant. Like I can't even when I'm having that time with my wife, it's like she like to look and see what we doing. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'll be sitting like sometimes we'll be in we'll go to the kitchen or whatever like that, and we'll be holding each other in the kitchen and we'll kiss or something. And Riley just be sitting right over the counter, like she just be looking, I'm like, what you doing, bro? Like, why y'all in our business? And she be like, y'all be doing nasty stuff. But it's like, but then it was like, and then with Peyton different. Like she like a super cuddle bug. Like she'll see what I do, with Jazz, and then as soon as like I break away from Jazz, like she'll like crawl like right up under me, and then like so everybody want,
And you got to realize that that's something they soaking in. And they learning on what they feel like. As they get older and they start to date and stuff, that's what they're gonna be looking for. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's why I'm always mindful of how I'm speaking to their mama, or how I'm treating her, and what I do for her, like in front of them and stuff like that. Because I know like eventually they gonna be they'll be in search of that. You know what I'm saying?
You just said dating. I kind of want to segue real quick. So what do y'all think about? What do y'all think about this? We all know about the story that came out with T.I. and his daughter, with him checking his daughter's hymen, trying to check up on her or whatever, going to the gynecologist with her and stuff. And it's like, what's y'all thoughts on that? I mean, none of us ain't got no daughters that old yet.
Yeah.
But like, how y'all feel about that?
I would say, because I pretty much listened to him, and then it's not that he was like checking it, trying to check, checking it, whatever. It's the fact that he built that relationship with his daughter because she old enough to be like, Dad, I'm good. You ain't got, you know what I'm saying? We ain't doing that no more. Mm-hmm. But nah, she got that relationship where she feel comfortable. Like, you know what? If this the case, I've told my dad that, hey, Dad, I'm still a virgin or whatever, and I'm comfortable enough for you to come with me and see that I'm still a virgin or whatever the case may be. Because he don't want, you know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to up and find out that, your daughter out here doing Lord knows what.
Yeah.
He want that, they got that relationship to where she can, whenever she do decide, she can say, hey, Dad, this is what it is. And, I decided I want to have sex now, or whatever the case may be. And he won't be blown off the map because he be like, you know what?
We've been having that conversation.
Yeah, we've been having that conversation, you know what I'm saying? And we've been just making sure that everything is all right with you, everything good, And it's just that trust and that relationship that they built. You can't fault no man on how or what type of relationship he built with his daughter.
I think people minds be in the wrong place sometimes.
They be looking for the negative all the time.
Like if like you say, if that relationship is solid, that's their foundation. But like I personally don't see a problem with that at all, man. It's like you say, if the daughter old enough, she could have went with mom or whoever, but. Shoot, man, if she cool with her dad going with her to get herself checked, Bro, that's fine. Like, I mean, and then it starts young too, because it's like, it's a lot of kids that's weirded out by that stuff. Like, oh no, I don't want dad, or I don't want mama, you know, or whatever like that. Because it's like, I'm trying to get in a habit of, you know, cause it starts early. Like with Riley, like when she talk about, cause she got a crush at school, and
See, I ain't ready for that type.
yeah,
of stuff
like
yet.
I bit my lip a little bit, but it was like she seen like it's this boy, cause she always be getting in trouble with the man and everything. Like at first she talked to Jazz about it. Jazz was like, you know, what's going on? Do you like this boy? And at this age, I don't think she really know what it is she feeling. Like she say she like him. It could be just her, just as simple as you know, something like, okay, that he's funny. I think I like his, because she said the boy said he like her dreads or whatever like that. So it's like open communication about stuff like that would lead, you know, it would start building that type of foundation to, you know, even get to that point. So it's like, some people are just different, man.
I think people had the biggest issue with the fact that he publicized it and he put it out there. And I think more than like most of everything that I seen people saying was like, of course you had the people like, well, he shouldn't be doing that and doing it. And I mean, you feel how you feel. But I think the biggest thing that I seen that most people had the biggest problem with is the fact that if you do that, that's what you do. But you publicize and you put her out there, and it's like almost embarrassing to your daughter that you kind of put her business out there.
I mean, he went about it wrong. I just like he went about it wrong. That's
on that end of it, then,
Because now you kind of putting, that's like sensitive information. You kind of putting it out there for everybody, and it's like you might not feel nothing by that, you know, because you the dad. But like to your daughter, like, dang, I ain't want everybody to know that dad. Like,
in a way, I feel like he probably also used it as a tactic on letting these children know, I'm checking, boy. Like, hey, okay, I know what it is now. So I
like Pastor said, boy, you got to be strategic. He done went and got strategic with it. Yeah. But it's okay. Now let me ask y'all about this. What you was just talking about, like, what do you think is the appropriate age to have the conversation about the birds and the bees?
Right now, my second oldest son, bro. My oldest son, he claim he ain't got no girlfriend. But I be seeing these jokers be on Instagram and stuff like that, all in the DM, bro. Like he talking, I'm talking crazy too, bro. I don't snap the phone and read a couple. I'm like, bro, this how you talk to female? And he was like, nah.
How old are your two oldest?
My oldest son, he'll be 14. He'll be 14 this month. No, he'll be.
Oh boy, man, Trojans at the house, man.
Chill out, bro. My oldest son will be 14 in March, and my second oldest son, he'll be 13. He'll be 13 in September.
Yeah.
So he 12 right now. And he so-called my second oldest son. He had a little Valentine, I guess, or whatever. But he got a little girlfriend, and I'm like, both of them boys got good grades, make very good grades. They be on the road, stuff like that. And he ain't want to. His mama ain't know until he told her to go get him some Valentine's Day stuff. Mm-hmm. So she like, for what? And he's talking about, for his girlfriend. So I guess his little cousin in the background told her, hey. Telling her, like, auntie, you know, Kobe be at the school kissing and this and that. And I'm like, she gonna call me on panic mode, like, you better talk to your son. And I'm like, what's the problem? And she jumped, tell your daddy what you're doing. Tell your daddy what you're doing. So he go, he like, man, cool, man. He gonna be smooth, bro. So he like, I said, Cole, what's up, man? So he like, first he come on the phone with the little boy, hey, daddy. What's up, daddy? So then I was like, what's up? So he was like, nah, playing the game. So then I was like, hey, tell me something. I said, you got a girlfriend? I mean, a whole mood change, like whole demeanor change. That boy took a minute. Yeah. I was like, wait, bro. Where does voice come from? So I say, man. I say, okay. I say, okay. So you and your little girlfriend, what y'all be doing? Y'all, at the school. What? And he was like, nothing. So I said, so y'all be kissing and stuff? I said, so y'all know, I asked him, I said, do she kiss you or you kiss her or whatever? He paused. Yeah. So I'm like, he must be trying to say something on here, bro. So I'm like, bro, where did his voice come from? That's your cool man voice or whatever? So he go to laughing or whatever. I say, man, it was just like, and it's almost like I've basically had an in and out conversation, just letting them know what it is about, dealing with girls and stuff like that, and not wanting them to follow in my footsteps. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I didn't go in detail as for how sex work and this and that, which I'm sure they got a clue because he claimed he got a little homeboy who brother putting up porn hard back to school. So I'm like, I'm like, bro, you need to evaluate what kind of friends you got. Now y'all like that ain't nothing for y'all to be doing. No, he in 6th grade. Yeah, he in 6th grade.
That's what grade I was in when I first.
Yeah, he in 6th grade.
Yeah.
So I'm like, bro.
AOL, but
wait for him to dial up, bro. Wait for him to dial up. Hey. But I feel like though, I feel like, you know what I'm saying? This is an age where, you know what I'm saying, them boys gonna start. I told her not to. She be in panic mode. And I say, this that age where they gonna start trying to figure this stuff out. Like what it is you're supposed to do with females. Like, you know what I'm saying? How far do I go? How far do I not go? And stuff like that. So that's why anytime I'm with them, though, I do let them know how I went about it, what my mistakes were. And I just be out in the hope that, like, they play in their head, like,
They got Instagrams and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Snapchat. I'm talking about, bro, they sit on.
They follow me at the
bro, them boys be sleep. I go in the room. And they be another little girl be on the other side of the line, bro. And it be like 3 a.m. And they just lay on the phone like he dead sleep. I'm sure she probably sleep. Yeah. I just hit the end button like, bro, y'all, come on, man.
I got to have that phone after that.
And one of the little chicks, she mama called me one time, the little chick sending twerk video, bro.
Oh no.
I said, bro, I hope she got some clothes on. Like, I mean, she shouldn't be doing it anyway, but
no.
I'm like, how far is I'm like, bro, you might have to go to the school and you gotta cut your relationship.
That twerk video is gonna end bad, but man, that make you think about your daughter, boy.
Bro, that's why listen, my daughter Jada 8 years old, but I'm not even gonna lie with all this TikTok and all this junk. Like, bro, anytime she go in the bathroom, bro, don't hit no water running. I'll be like, hey, what you doing in my bathroom, man? Like, get out the bathroom, bro. And she be in the mirror doing all these little goofy these little TikTok dance. I'm like, hey, none of that. Leave my door open, bro. You gonna dance and leave my door open, bro.
No more closed doors. Yep.
Yeah,
but I be like it, but it go vice versa for my sons and my daughters. I don't want them boys, like I say, out there just feeling like, oh, daddy gonna think this, cool. Or nah, I ain't cool with none of that. I don't want none of y'all boys think about no girls right now. Do none of that.
When it comes to that, I feel like we have a double standard in the way that we raise our children, because that's something that I've been looking at. Like, I feel like, and it's something that I really just I hate it. When people be like, oh, well, your son's so cute, he gonna be a heartbreaker. Like, nah, he ain't gonna be that. No. And people think it's like, oh yeah, he just a little player, he a little pimp. Like, no, he not. Like, because of one thing I'm gonna teach my son. I can't wait. I be always telling my wife, I can't wait till my kids get to that age where you want to talk. Y'all know me. Well, I'm trying to say, I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna tell you that real, because like I don't want my son to ever get it twisted and feel like, oh no, that it's cool, because this is what boys do. No, we don't do that. We can't be like that, because if you treat somebody else's daughter like that, how you don't let nobody treat your sisters like this. Yeah. Because the same. So my thing is like, and I've heard people say, well, it should be different the way that you deal with your sons and the way that you deal with your daughters. But it's like, I don't know about that. Like, my thing is, How would it look like I'm telling my daughters, don't have sex, don't have sex, keep your virginity. But then I'm telling my son, it's all right, I'm kind of laid back with him, like, no, don't have sex, but it's all good. But it's like
praising him for having 2, 3 little girls like him, this and that.
Exactly. But then, you know, so if I teach my son, if I'm teaching that to my son, and you teaching your daughter to not have sex, now my son is pressuring your daughter, and she's trying to go by what you tell her, and my son going by what he think is right. Now there's a conflict, and I think that's where the big conflict comes with a lot of these young men and young women. It's like the young men are praised for being quote unquote pimps, and the girls are being beat down for being quote unquote hoes. And it's like, what kind of sense does that make? So it's not good to be the hoe, but it's good to be the pimp. But the pimp need the hoe. So now these kids are growing up confused. So now the girls are looking at it like, well, why is it okay for them? So now when you look at this generation of young girls, bro, they off the chain, bro. And I think it's because now they've been raised by these single young moms, who were told those same things, and they like, nah, we tired of. You see, women our age now, a lot of them like, nah, y'all men been wilding for years, and now y'all mad because we wilding. And sometimes I be feeling the women because it's like, y'all right. For years we been the ones wilding out here, doing them wrong, being with this person, being with that person. So now they feel like, well, why can't we be out here? Y'all been hot boys for all this time. Now we trying to have a hot girl summer. We trying to get it in like y'all. We don't want nothing from y'all either. All we want is the same thing y'all want now.
That's something I say I have conflict with and I deal with as far as it being hard. Because my 2 older sons, like I said, they from 2 different women, and then them being at a distance from me and not living with me, it's like I don't necessarily know exactly what I'm battling against. I'm telling them one thing, and then you got uncles and stuff that's down there probably like, Coco, boy, you know what I'm saying, you do this, do that, or you know what I'm saying, kind of egging them on, or feel like having all these girls or talking to all these girls is the right way to do things. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sitting there telling them, like, bro.
I thought of that before. Like, it's like really your word against the world. It's like I'm telling you this and I'm telling you that, and it's like you go out to the school and then they saying this, and you go out, in the neighborhood, and then everybody is saying something different from what your parents saying, and it's like you get frustrated because it's like now they looking at you like you don't know, like why you telling me this and they telling me that. And then now you just try your best to try to break it down the best way you can.
You just hoping what you saying is sticking, bro. Being that you know that you their dad or whatever, that they're listening more to you. You know what I'm saying? And I try to tell my boy, I say, man, listen, y'all gonna come up against a lot of stuff that y'all gonna feel like it's in y'all best interest or it's gonna benefit y'all. But I say, man, that stuff really is to set you up for failure. I say, man, girls ain't gonna go nowhere. They gonna be here. They gonna be just as long as we here on the earth. Girls gonna be around. So I say, I try to tell them not to lose focus on their grades and school and stuff like that. Because I say, man, bro, because them boys, they all about they dress code. My oldest son, all you want to talk about is drip. Oh, I got the drip. I got this. Boy, Dad, look at my shoes. That's that drip right there. And I be like, bro, all that's fine and dandy, bro.
And it's bro, because man, he down there. Down there. It's a fashion show down there. It's a lot of distractions, man. And it's
where they live again, Miami.
No, they down in Fort Lauderdale. Yeah. So I mean, like I say, man, I just pray, boy, like that when I speak to them, man, like it's they listening and it's sticking, bro. And that's really all you can do as a parent, bro. It ain't because you can't force them to be a certain way or whatever the case may be. Because like I said, a lot of what I learned was from my dad, and he didn't tell me not to do nothing or not to do this. Like, he just felt like, you know what I'm saying? I guess my dad felt like as long as he don't bring a white girl home, as long as he don't bring no dude home, I don't care what you do.
That what Dad said.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, and like I said, I watched him.
Antonio Brown.
I took on his whole pattern, bro, from the 2 vices that I shared with him. It was women and drinking, bro. And that's all I watch him do. He'll pick me up, bro. You know what I'm saying? He'll have some drink in the car. We going to some female house, bro. And I'm sitting out there playing with whoever kids these is, and he back there doing, whatever it is, whatever he's doing. Hey. And he done. Hey, son, let's go. Hey, we on to the next, bro.
All right.
So man, and like I said, that's just
that's a. I was talking to that. We was just talking about this really generational curse.
Yeah,
like the spiritual. Like when you look, it's like if you don't break it, it's gonna fall upon the next generation.
That's real.
And I was thinking about that with marriage. I was thinking about that with how I raise kids. Like I actually had to snap out of pretty much everything and renew my mind. It's like just like coming into marriage, we think, okay, the woman gonna cook and clean, the man gonna be out working. All right. Society how it is now gonna break that quick. Right. Both gotta get out here and get it. So it's like, and then it's like, oh, the man just all of a sudden just think, oh boy, the woman ain't gotta do nothing. I'm gonna hold all this down. It's like that, and then it's like even with the raising the kids, with the boys, punch you in the chest, toughen up, stop crying.
That's real.
Right? It's like
my oldest son want to do that.
Yeah, like my thing is, if they have the God-given ability to cry, like why are we sitting here telling them that don't cry? You a punk, you cry, but your daughters get to get all the loving, and then the boys ain't got no loving.
And that's why they grow up.
Yeah, they grow up, don't know how to express their emotions, but it's like. Like when somebody try you on the block and you go out and you fight them, like how is that? That's you emotional, bro. You don't know how to control your emotions. You go out and shoot and kill somebody, you emotional. You don't know how to control your emotions. So it's like it's better for you to go off in the corner and cry it out, bro, like or whatever you gonna do. But it's like men are not raising men like right now. It's like you raising an animal. Like you taking this boy and you turning him into an animal, like. You don't even know that. So it's like I literally had to like start breaking down stuff. Like, why am I doing this? Why am I treating my wife like this? Why am I expecting this from my wife? Why am I expecting this from a kid? Like, and it's like just because you pick up a football, bro, you gonna play some football, boy. You gonna play, and it's like, but what if the man, like painting or something? It's like, nah, get out here. And you going, and it's like. You have to put him into different activities and see what he cling to, and then encourage him in that or whatever. It's like I just had to really start,
That's why I commend
doing things different.
That Dwayne Wade, his whole situation, bro. Like,
oh yeah,
I can honestly say I don't know.
Yeah,
like a lot of guys like, wow, man, I beat you this, I do this and that. I honestly don't know, bro.
But who's to say that work? Like
I'm sure it doesn't.
Yeah, like you gonna beat the heck out the boy, and then next thing it's like, bro, you like that junk don't be working, bro. Like it's plenty of boys that got punched all in the chest and then they still grew up swinging. I remember my wife, she was like, oh, I feel bad because Makai, my oldest boy, he don't have that many. Boys to hang around with, and then it was like, sometimes we'll be over at your house, you got the girls over there, and she'll be like, man, you go out there and, go out there and do something. And it's like, I know where her mind is. And I was like, that can go either way. What if he around too many boys and he start liking boys? What if it's like, you don't know, like, you just can't really look in it like that. And it was like, bro, you just got to raise them right, bro. Like, talk to them, let them know this, that, and the third. Like, that's real. And then I start to see how, my oldest boy, he like cooking. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and then he always asks me, Daddy, can I come in and watch you cook? Can I help you cook? Come on in. You know what I'm saying? So it's like.
That boy might be Iron Chef.
Something, bro. Yeah. And it's like, we see a boy holding a baby doll. And first thing, you're like, boy, put that baby doll down. But he seen me holding his his brother. Right. So you never know where they get it from.
That was watching my son. He the only boy other than me and the male little dog we got. He the only boy in the house, really.
He see you raising him.
I see him. He watch his sister, and he's so smart because he watched them and they older than him, so he pick up a lot. That's why you hear him talk. Like right now, he walk around, bro. You listen to the man talk, man, how he laugh, cause he be like, now his new word is bro.
Taking that joke with me to that playground.
I still
bro. Yeah. He walked in the house today. He like, what my tablet, bro? bro, on my tablet, bro.
I'm still surprised at that man.
And I started saying, like, where you get bro from? But I catch myself saying, bro, I'm like, bro, what are y'all doing? So now, everything you like, I had them pop across there. He hit me, bro. So, like, but like I say, with him being around my daughters, them, like, he pick up on stuff, and sometimes he feel like he's supposed to do what they're doing. And he only 2. So it's like, I can't be jumping on him. When he go pick up a doll or he go pick up, he like to put their shoes on or stuff like that. I'm like, he 2.
He just see shoes.
He doing like just what he see, you know what I'm saying? Which I tell him, take it off. But you know what I'm saying? I ain't that dad that just snap and go crazy because he doing something with some girl stuff or whatever. Because that joker, he'll go from that to go flip off the ironing board or something, do something real boyish. So I'm like, bro, he good. He balanced. He good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, son, he get them things with them dog. Boy, he be having them jokers fighting, boy. Yeah, bro, get a truck and run it into him like, Daddy, look, she dead.
Yeah,
like, well, don't do that, bro. Don't do that.
But sometimes, but you'll think like some men automatically jump to the conclusion, oh, no, I'm gonna be gay. You gonna be gay if I can let him do that?
Yeah,
bro, no, it ain't, bro. He learning, like he just learning what is what. You know what I'm saying? So it's like. You gotta be, I ain't gonna
lie, cause when D had done bought him a kitchen set, I was like, well, no, she did just get
I said that. Cause she was like, she was buying the kitchen set. Yeah. And I'm thinking, I'm like, which one of the girls asked for this? Asked for the kitchen set. I said, cause all our kids got. So she said, no, this for Vop kids. And I said, Riley them getting the kitchen set. So they said, no, they're from Makai. I said, man, you get the man a kiss set for.
Like,
so he said, this what he asked for. I said, this man asked for the kiss set. I'm about to argue up done. But then I had to tell, I'm like, okay, this man could want to be a chef. He like, it could go, like, it make him do anything, you know what I'm saying? With wanting to, you know what I'm saying, had a little kitchen set or whatever the case may be. Cause you think kitchen set, but you thinking the girl, easy bake oven.
It's still a little brainwash going on that you gotta get rid of. So I mean, and then when he actually got it, and then he started asking me, like I said, he started asking me to come in the kitchen to cook, and it's like I see, like as an adult, I'm in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? As an adult, I carry babies. As a man, you do these things. So it's like. Man, I just had to stop thinking so deep into it, based on how I was raised and stuff like that, and that stuff just played a part, man. So it's like I told this brother I work with, man, it's like, cause he got children, like he got a real young kid, like I think he had triplets. Dang. And he was like, bro, man, I don't know what I'm doing, bro. He was like, man, but I know my boys, man. He said I think he got 2 boys and a girl or whatever. I don't know how he had it. But he was like, man, I gotta get my boys, man. I'm gonna have to toughen them jokers up, man, so they can hold the house down. And I said, toughen them up like how? He was like, I don't know. My daddy done get in their chest. I'm like, bro, the babies, like, they babies right now. You already thinking about getting in their chest, dog. And then he was like, man, you know how it is, man, growing up as a man, man. And I say, bro, you first got to understand, what it takes to even be a man. Bro. Like, and it's like to raise them right like that.
Something like I say, every day, man, the wisdom I feel like I gather. No matter how you raise your child, bro, your child gonna be whatever they gonna be. It's up to you. Long as you know that you did what you were supposed to do, and did everything you were supposed to do for that child. At the end of the day, it's gonna be on them on how they decide they want to be. You know what I'm saying? You can't make them into anything, bro. You could raise your son the hardest on or what, bro. That joker, you got jokers go to jail go to prison a couple days, bro. Now he a punk.
Yeah.
And you done did all them years of toughening them up and this and that, bro. Them cats go get turned out within a couple of days, couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So it's like, bro, they gonna be with them. They gonna be with y'all.
Sowing that seed. Like when I look at my life, I went. Of course, I'm raised in the church, and of course, I went my own way once I got older. But it's like since our mothers, auntie, grandma. They put the seed in us at least. They put God in us. But at the same time, even though we went our own way, anytime anything got hard, we knew.
What's the Bible verse? I don't want to say it wrong.
What, raise a child up the way he should go so that we can grow apart from.
Yeah.
So, and it's like, that was in me. That was always in me, bro. I was out doing my own thing. Every time I wound up in the most craziest position, I called on the name of the Lord. And I called on the name of the Lord every time until I actually, really, truly came to him and accepted him. And it's like, man, that's what it's about, and that's what I got to remember. It's like I got to at least put the seed in them. And once I put the seed in them, man, it's like you just gotta let them go. It's like Christ, like God don't hold us like he ain't, you know what I'm saying? He ain't holding us down like, hey, no, you come with me, you come. He giving us that free will.
That's all you're doing as your child grows. That's all you're doing is planting seeds in them. So well, eventually they're gonna result back to what they learned or what they knew growing up. Like I said, you abuse your child, bro, that's a seed, right? They gonna grow up, they gonna be abusive, bro, because they gonna feel like, you know what I'm saying? This is what my dad did, or my mom did to me, or whatever. So this how I know it to be then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think the most important thing in raising children, and this is how I look at it, it's like you gotta be there. We can teach them all these things in theory, like all these theoretical things, do this in this situation, do this is how you supposed to be. Man, at the end of the day, man, like the saying goes, your child ain't gonna do what you say, they gonna do what you do. So it's like, my thing with my son, man, I'm showing that joker what a man look like by how I live every day. I got that joker with me everywhere I go. So he see my interactions with other women that aren't his mother. He see my interactions with my mother, how I treat my mother. He see my interactions with his mother. He see my interactions with other men.
Right.
He see the way that I just carry myself, period, with just everywhere. Man, my son always with me, when I'm driving, everything. And it's like, and I ain't no perfect picture.
Yeah.
So he see my ups, he see my downs right now. A lot of times he don't understand things, but sometimes my son will call me out if he feel like I'm wrong. He'll say, well, Daddy, you ain't supposed to do that. I'll be telling him, fussing at him, put your seatbelt on. He'll say, well, Daddy, you ain't got your seatbelt on yet. Well, you know what? You right. I'm finna put mine on, so you need to put yours on too. Yeah. So it's like, in everything that we do, we gotta make sure that we're exemplifying what a man is by the way that we live, because I think that's where a lot of men go wrong at. They talk a good game to their sons and to their daughters. They talk, but then their lives be all jacked up. They doing all type of things, and it's like, as you get older, your child starts seeing that, man, my daddy was a hypocrite, or my daddy ain't really, man, my daddy wasn't living that like that, or, my daddy, he always told me all of these things, and it sounded good, but it ain't that, so it's like, we got to make sure more than anything else. I think that's the most important part about fatherhood to me. It's like, man, I just want to live this thing out, like really show my sons and my daughters, give them the example of what a man really look like, and live up to a certain standard, like to the best of my ability, and own up. And I think, and this, my last point on this, like, and when you make mistakes, own up to your mistakes. At times, bro, you got to go to your children. Like, at times, I done had to go to my children after I done fussed at them and did this and did that. And I got to go in that room and tell them, you know what, Daddy's sorry. I should have never did this. Or, I should have never handled this way. And I'm sorry. And my babies they be like, well, Daddy, and then like, especially my oldest daughter, she'll tell me, well, Daddy, you really hurt my feelings when you said that. And I'll be like, I'm sorry, baby. And I ain't gonna say that no more.
To speak on that, I think the worst I did that I felt like, man, I felt terrible, right? And even sometimes still, when I do think about it, and like I said, I had to go and correct with my children, is when I felt like I was done with my marriage. And I went and told my daughters that I was leaving and I was getting my own place and this and that. Man, seeing them try to understand that, that junk crushed me. Yeah. And my oldest Jada, and I started sleeping in our third room once before we, I got in our new spot. Like she used to literally come and check my room to see if I was still there. And she don't know I see her, cause like it'd be dark in the room. But I see that she'll open the door to see if I was there. Yeah. And then she'll close the door and go back to sleep. And I'm like, bruh, is this something I really want? Like, yeah. All right. What happens if what happens if I'm not? I'm finding I'm not there, and she opened that door and I'm gone. Mm-hmm. Like, what is that gonna do to her? Like, I'm sure, but that would like crush her completely. Mm-hmm. And then, like I said, I had to go once. Me and her mom, we got things worked out. Having to try and go back and patch that big hole I made, that mess I made, because I couldn't decide on what I wanted to do or got caught up in my own feelings and emotions on how I felt, you know what I'm saying, and not thinking about what my decision was going to do to them, you know what I'm saying, and their mom. And I'm like, bro, that's something, I said, well, I couldn't ever want to take them through something like that again. And that's another reason I literally just fight every day for my marriage, because
straight up,
I just know that
that'll be a serious.
It's way much more than what I feel, you know what I'm saying, at this point that's involved in all of this, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But like you say, but it was something I had to own up to, you know what I'm saying, and let them know like Daddy made a major mistake, you know what I'm saying? Because I took y'all to a place y'all never had to go. As far as the way y'all felt, you know what I'm saying? That was really more, even as her mom, but like, I took y'all to a place that made y'all think that y'all dad, your husband, and your father was no longer gonna be there.
All right, it's real.
That's a tough place to take somebody, bro. Because they feel like you their security, you would protect them, you all of that. Yeah. And that you threatened to have all that stripped away from them.
That's real.
And I was like, man, that was definitely a learning experience that I said I can't do that. Yeah. I can't do that again, bro.
How old she was then?
She was. It's been about 2 years since then. She was 6.
Yeah. She was 6. I remember 7, bro. That's when Dad left. When I was 7. Yeah, and I don't remember really things vividly. I remember like the Christmases and stuff like that, but just like Dad leaving was that's one of the most vivid images like that I remember like clearly, like sitting at the between like my room door, and I was just looking down the hall at him with his bags in his hand, and I wasn't able to process it at the time. I was just looking at it.
I was able to process it. I was hurt. You remember seeing it? My stepdad, bro. I was hurt, bro. I was like, man, this is crazy.
I was just sitting there and I was just looking, and then he got his bags and walked out the door. And it ain't really processed until, because I started like drawing around that time. Yeah. Yeah, and like I told y'all before, when I was doing a thing, and I tried to draw the family, and I looked up at the picture, and he went up there. And that's when it really started like dawning on me, and I ain't even draw the picture because I was crying. And it just like, it's like a selfish decision, because marriage is like, it's rough, bro, and it can, because it ain't no point, like no area in your life that really is preparing. It's like
nothing challenges
nothing, like, because who are you with that long? Like for like you got your mother, but you leave your mother. You know what I'm saying? You got sisters and brothers, but you ain't living with them like that. You meet friends, but it's like if anybody get on your nerves bad enough, you can cut them off, whether it's family or friends. But then you got this woman that you can get mad as you want. You got to stay there, you know. Yeah. And then it's the children that's involved in it. So it's like it's easy. Like you can just say I quit. I'm gonna throw in the towel. I'm gonna take care of my kids over here, and then we can do this back and forth thing. But it's like, man, you don't even understand what you doing to them kids. It's like that jump play like
the time I spent in that other room. There's so much junk, man, hit me, bro. Like I really felt like God was like, man, let's chill. I'm glad you over here by yourself, so you can really sit and think. about the decision that you feel like you want to make right now, and which is not the best decision, bro. Cause he's like basically look at the pain you go through already, to where you can't see your boys when you want to already. Like that distance right there, how that feel. Now imagine that with your girls, like bro, like
they growing up going through
bro,
challenges.
You be out here tore up, bro. You be out here in rehab. You be out here Meridian somewhere. You done lost your mind, cause you know what I'm saying. You all over the place at this point. You know what I'm saying. And this in my marriage is my foundation. This is what keeps me, bro. This is what you know what I'm saying. And I tell my wife like all the time. I really feel like the Lord made her so strong, cause to be honest with you, boy, she done some of the stuff I've been gone a long time ago, bro.
That's what I say, boy.
Like,
I don't take much.
And I've done some things to her, bro. Like she should have wanted to leave, bro. But yet, bro, like
I think women stronger than that.
like no, they are. I give that to them. I give that to them. Like they literally are, because like I say, if they were to do take one arm.
You hug that nigga.
Exactly. You hug the smallest thing we probably ever did, bro. Let them do it, bro. We'll lose it, bro. We'll lose it. But like I say, bro, I just
my wife hug for real.
Like y'all bodies touched like when y'all hug.
My listen,
like,
I went one time just to the personal. My wife go to a personal trainer, and she know the captain like from school or whatever. And bro, I was sitting there looking at them like, bro, y'all doing all this talking, bro. It wasn't nothing, bro. Like it wasn't nothing. He ain't touched or nothing, like, bro. And I'm sitting there like,
that nigga actually how much
over there laughing and whatnot. Like, bro, what he saying? Ain't, bro, don't.
Like she ain't even like she don't even be laughing at me that hard, bro. It's like you smiling.
Exactly, bro.
Why? All right.
But like I said, I told her, bro, I really feel like God used like she saved my life, bro. Because if I would have never married her and it's been in these streets, bro, I'd be sick and dead, bro.
Yeah, all right.
Like for real.
Listen to me, boy.
And like I said, she slowed me down. And sometimes I get mad because she clingy, you know, and stuff like that. But then I have to think, like, she saves me from myself, because I know I can do something stupid in a minute, bro. But her being clingy and wanting me around, and me taking her through what all I done took her through, of course she gonna be wanting me to stay close and want me to stay in the house or whatever, because she know, like, bro, when you go mess up, you mess up. Like, you don't do nothing small. Like, you go hard. Like, you just do it big. You know what I'm saying? So that's and now, like I said, this is stuff I learned like every day in my marriage, bro. It's something for me to learn. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But you have to really.
That's being real with yourself. When you real, like I realize like yourself is like the hardest person to be real with. Like you people will lie to
your own worst enemy.
Lie to yourself so much, and then they'll believe it. So by you understanding yourself and being real with yourself, you can put two and two together and be like, I need, like, it's good that she extra clean. Yeah. So I mean,
for real. But yeah, man. Hey, that's that was some real talk, man. I think you know, we hit a lot on marriage, you know, fatherhood, and this is what I envision for this podcast for Dad Can We Talk. You know, I want to create an atmosphere where people can just be real, you know, where men can be real with themselves and be real with each other, because all this stuff we done talked about, we ain't the only people going through this, bro. You know, we ain't the only people that's experienced the things that we've experienced. We ain't the only people that's, you know, out here married. We ain't the only people that got married young. We ain't the only people with multiple children. We ain't the only people, like, we're not the only people that's been through this stuff. And it's like, I wanna create a place where people can come to hear about, you know, real stuff, you know, real life marriage talk, you know, real fatherhood talk, you know, because, bro, it ain't, I never sin in life. If anybody know me, if anybody ever asks me anything about marriage and family, my first thing is always, boy, you ain't ready for that. If I know you ain't ready for that, I'm gonna tell you, boy, you ain't ready for this pressure right here, bro. Mm-hmm. You know, because I can look at certain people and tell, bro, you ain't ready, bro. Yeah. Like, and I'm just gonna be real with you, like, take some more time for you, because you, man, what marriage, for real. for one, just a marriage will eat you alive.
Yeah.
And then you put children with that, man, you will get ate up out here, man. If you don't have a support group, if you don't have other men that you can go and talk with, other men who will hold you accountable for when you, because it's inevitable, bro. You gonna mess up. You gonna make mistakes. That's just a part of, marriage and parenthood. And you need other husbands and other fathers, people where you can come to and say, man, hey, bro, I need to just talk about this, And I think that's what a lot of men don't have. A lot of men don't have that group. They don't have that fellowship. They don't have a community of men, and I think, and it's the same thing for our wives. Our wives must have, I'm always on my wife about having other women that she can talk with. And that's why ever since we've been married, I know that she's very introverted, but my thing has always been, I ain't introverted at all. Yeah. So I know a lot of people. I'm gonna get you around other couples. We're gonna go meet a lot of other couples, and I want you to get with their wives and just build relationships, because I know that as much as I have it, I need for her to have it too. Right. So that we never get to a point to where we feel like we're alone. Yeah. And I think a lot of men in this time feel like that. Feel like, there's nowhere to go to talk, when I'm feeling, when I'm feeling like giving up. Yeah. Because many men have many trials, that they're going through, from child support, from dealing with divorce, thinking about divorce, looking for work. It's just all types of things that men go through, so many challenges that we face. And, I don't think that's a problem with women, honestly. Women always talking with each other, But I think for men, we don't talk with each other enough. We ain't too many men that I've met that I just know a man just be like, man, bro, man, let me talk with you about this. Yeah. Sometimes, but you got to pride up out of it.
Yeah, you want to deal with it. You be thinking you just can deal with it on your own, bro. Yeah. Like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of that stuff, like I say, catch me feeling embarrassed about or whatever. Or, I don't feel like they don't want to be judged, or cats be like, man, what? That's what you doing, or that's what you going through, or that's what. Man, nah.
It's that emotional part of it, because I know Jazz got Chanel on speed dial, but she probably got a file cabinet of files. Because it's like, bro, I'm talking about as soon as we go through something, it's like, boy, she hit Chanel up, but it's like, and then I had thought about, I was like, boy, like, because, with us, like, man, we get heated, like, we just want to just, man, I don't want to talk.
We kind of shut down. Like, you heard from Tavaris, and be like, well, yeah. I think you should call him. Like, why? Yeah. Well, just call him and ask him. Be like, what's up with my dog? Like, and then I'm getting worried. Like, what's up? Yeah. And
that's what Dad be doing.
She definitely. Yeah. She do it. Yeah. She like, you talk to your brother? Like, nah, man. Yeah. She be like, oh, okay. Well, you might want to call and talk to him. I was like, what's going on? Like I said, what's going on, brother? I'm like, if anything was really, I was like, bro probably called me. Or I'll be like, bro, what's going on? I'm finna come see you or something like that. So if he don't do that, I'm like, bro,
straight.
Yeah, he
over there 30 hot.
Well, yeah, man. So, yeah, we'll wrap it up there, man. I think that's good. I think, man, it's something that I want to continue, man. I want to make this like something that's big, man. Something where men get out of that comfort zone of not saying anything. Like, I want us to be comfortable, and be able to say, I got somebody who I can call, and I know that the man that I'm gonna call ain't just gonna be like, oh, it is what it is. Like, nah, like, I mean, we gonna talk about this thing.
I look forward, bro, to this becoming like a full-on, man. Like I have a room full of cats, bro. Like
that's what I want, bro.
A large room, bro, where cats can come and speak their mind and say what they feel, you know what I'm saying, express themselves, and not feel, like I say, not feel judged, not feel like, oh, I'm the only person dealing with this, and you know what I'm saying, like, bro, let it go.
Yeah. I don't care what nobody say, man. I don't care what man it is. Boy, you ain't gonna say a lot of me. Yeah. You ain't gonna tell me that it ain't something that you dealing with. Come on, bro. Like, be real now. Yeah. You know, you might not be dealing with as much stuff as me or the next person, but boy, you got something.
That's word, boy. Ain't no temptation on the man, boy. Hey, that you ain't go. That somebody ain't going through.
Somebody going through.
And it's so refreshing too. Like a whole bunch of men just talking. Everybody just like hitting on something that you just like just hitting the nail on the head. But like, bro, that's it, bro. That's what I'm going through. It's bound to happen, bro. So, but yeah, this I hope that this go far, man.
Yeah. So we gotta run this back at another time, man. We gonna definitely do a part 2 to this because it's so many things. Like I said, it's so many things we can talk about. So many things I ain't even have time to get to. It's like. It's just
we get on child support. Need to be one of them topics. Right?
All right,
child support. Hey, I thank God. One of my children's mothers that don't took me off.
For real?
Who?
Oh, man. Glory.
I still said I'm sensitive. You know.
It makes sense.
But I ain't got to worry about the white folks coming to come get me.
Yeah, boy.
None of that. I got one left.
That's a sentence right there.
Yeah. I got one left, bro. One left.
Hey, man. For all the listeners out there, y'all continue to stay tuned. We got more. We're gonna have more fathers coming on. We're gonna have some more real talk. Y'all subscribe on we're available everywhere where podcasts are available right now. So if you're on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Overcast, wherever it is that you listen to podcasts, we are there. Check us out. Find us, Dad Can We Talk. Go on Facebook. Find us, Dad Can We Talk. And stay tuned.